This is the Chew Omnivore edition. It's an oversized hardcover collecting the first 10 issues, the Taster's Choice and International Flavor. It's got a bookmark. I'm really proud of that. I like hardcovers with bookmarks. It turned out really beautiful. So this is the Chew 15 cover. Is that? Yeah. It is a tri-fold cover. I'm really grateful. Both Rob and I are really grateful for like the fan support we've gotten on this book because we never expected it, and we're grateful to the people who just trade weight, but pamphlet people, floppy people are also sort of our bread and butter. So I like to do little things to thank them. So Rob and I wanted to do also 15. We're going 60 issues. 15 is the quarter point. So we wanted to commemorate it. So we've got a tri-fold cover. So buy 2 copies and rip it off, and you've got a poster. It's Chew is planned out. It's a 60-part novel, and 15 is a landmark in that 2 really big things happen. Really significant, sort of game-changing things happen. And we also introduced the last 2 major members of the cast. So 15's huge, and we wanted to make it special. This has every significant character that plays a role in Chew on the cover, including characters you haven't met. So if you don't recognize anyone, they're coming up. Another thing I did, I've got it mapped out. I know milestones. And I just knew the story to 27. Everyone thought I was BSing when I was tweeting. I'm writing Chew 27, but I wrote it. And then I thought, well, you know what? Let's put it out. So we're going to do 16, 17, 18, 27, and then 19. And we're going to do the thing where, we jump ahead and show you where things are, 8 or 9 months from now. And then, it will seamlessly fit in. And it won't be collected until, 26 through 30. So again, this is for the pamphlet readers are going to get to read Chew 27 years before the trade waiters.
Morning Glories, which comes out on August the 11th. Hopefully you guys have been seeing the teasers and the interviews have been all over CBR for the last couple of months. Everybody who has pre-ordered this book, I just want to say thank you so much. The early response to this is incredible. Just the other day I was looking at the solicits for, I think, the 3rd issue. And normally when you're coming out with a new book, nobody really talks about the 2nd and 3rd issue before they've read the first one. And I was reading all these people on CBR talking about how they can't wait for the 3rd issue. And I'm like, you haven't even read the first one yet. But so the book is Morning Glories. It's about 6 genius kids who are trapped inside a boarding school run by sinister forces, and they're trying to find their way out. We use the tagline Runaways meets Lost a lot. People seem to like that. In 3.0 and Forgetless, and there's Shuttertown as well. Existence 2.0 and 3.0 comes out in trade next month in August, so if you haven't been able to get your hands on the singles of those, it's going to be collected. The collection looks beautiful, amazing design work by Tim Daniel there. And then Forgetless comes out in October, the week before New York Comic Con. We got something special planned for that too. But I'm so proud of both of these books, the artists that worked on them. Ron Salas, Joe Eisma, Scott Forbes, Marlene Zarconi, Jorge Coelho. Amazing stuff. So I really hope you pick up the collections and take a look at them. And then Shuttertown, actually, the collection of that is an oversized hardcover and drops in September.
As you know, Man of Action has been working with Image and putting out a ton of books. Some slow, especially with the slow parts of it. But I'm glad to hear that Wolfman is on the wrapping up, so I can get back.
That's good. Yeah. I'm doing that for you.
Thank you. We have a ton of stuff coming out this year. Right now at the booth, Officer Down by Joe Casey is out. We have the Crusades massive collection that's beautiful. It's out by Steve Siegel. Great Unknown is coming out from Duncan Brullo. So all the guys are pushing books and pushing them hard. So you're going to see a lot of stuff coming from Man of Action into the next year and done. And then there's I Kill Giants, which I have to thank everybody who did word of mouth has really given this book. This has really been, it's a project that's very, very close to my heart, and it's lived and it's breathing to you guys. So Ken and I are definitely going to do more work together. The next project we talked about is a book called Immortal Sergeant, and that will take a little while to put together, but it's what we're working on next. It's kind of another drama, comedy sort of thing. It's about a father and son who go on a road trip to solve a 30-year-old mystery. The father's this sergeant, ball-breaking cop, and the son is probably. So it's a very personal story, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. That's what Ken and I are doing next. Four Eyes Trade just came out. It's Act 1. Max Fiumara does an unbelievable job on that book. For those of you who don't know, it's about dragon fighting in the 1930s during the Great Depression. And this is an ongoing, with an end like John's describing. It's Act 1 is in this first trade, and we are definitely doing more. I love this book, and the reaction again, you guys have been fantastic. So the adventures of the Rico continue. Now he's got 4 eyes, and Act 2 is sort of the beginning of his training of this dragon. And really, the big question of this book is how far will this kid go to get what he wants, which is ultimately revenge against the man who killed his father. So, will this kid become a monster to fight a monster? Is the big question as well. So expect more 4 Eyes coming out soon. Max did a run for us on Spider-Man, and pulled him away for a little bit, but he's back and we're ready to go.
Well, this is just the accent, so you just have to listen real carefully. So this is my Good Siege memoir, which is coming out at the end of the year. I believe issue 1 is scheduled for December, and I'm working with the stupendously talented Nikki Cook, who did some DMZ with my work for DC Vertigo. She featured in Marvel Girl comics recently, and she's absolutely fabulous. There's going to be a sneak peek of it coming out in issues 4, 5, and 6 of Choker, which Mr. Templesmith promises me are actually en route. I'll believe it when I see it, but watch this space. Memoir is essentially about a small town out in the American Midwest called Lowesville. Nothing much happens there, it's nice and peaceful, and everyone that lives there likes to keep it that way. But one morning everybody wakes up with no idea who they are, where they are, or what's happened. Everybody's memory has been erased, except for one guy. He remembers everything. So that's the general kind of idea behind it. It's somewhere between Twin Peaks and the Twilight Zone. And I'm really excited. Nikki's art looks top notch, as you can see.